warning right now that I probably will spoil a bit of this, so view at your own risk. In doing research for trying to find my new favorite Christmas movie, I was scouring the streaming sites and saw HBO suggesting the Doctor Who Christmas specials. I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who, but never really thought to marathon the specials at Christmas time, so it was then that this idea was born. I did include an episode from season 1 that has Christmas in the episode, even though the episode itself didn't air on Christmas. So here we go. Coming in last place at number 14 is The Runaway Bride, which I only gave 2 out of 5 stars. Introducing Donna Noble, the most annoying character in all of Doctor Who. She suddenly appears on the TARDIS on her wedding day and screeches her way through the entire episode. David Tennant manages to save the episode with his flawless delivery, but I still hate that it's tainted with so much of an annoying bride. The writing of the ending is horrible. There is no way in hell that the Doctor would invite her to join him. Coming in number 13 is The Husbands of River Song, which I gave 2.5 out of 5 stars. I don't enjoy River too much, but what knocks this one down so much is that she doesn't even recognize her own husband. It's just her and the Doctor teaming up while she doesn't realize that it's him. Number 12 is Last Christmas, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. This one should be called Doctor Who Inception. There are creatures that are sucking the lives out of people while trapping them in a dream. I do love this episode a lot, but I absolutely hate Danny, and they really destroyed Clara's character by throwing his storyline in. Luckily, he's not the focus of this episode, though. Coming in at number 11 is The Time of the Doctor, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. This episode made me so angry when it originally aired. Eccleston didn't get enough time for me to get too attached, so I was only slightly thrown off when Tennant took over, but then I fell in love with Tennant and got used to him sticking around after so many seasons, so I was absolutely destroyed when Matt Smith took over. Luckily, Matt brought such light humor to the role that it gave a bit of comedic relief to my suffering, which brings us here, where he regenerates into Peter Capaldi, who not only was dark and broody, but was also already in the show. It was explained into the story later, but it really took me out of the universe until they explained it. I do like the darkness Capaldi brings, but it gave me too much whiplash to handle going from Matt Smith to Peter. It was just too much for me to handle at the moment. Coming in at number 10 is The Unquiet Dead, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. The Doctor and Rose travel to the 1800s, where the undead and gas creatures are stirring about with the help of Charles Dickens. At number 9, I have The End of Time, which I gave 4 out of 5 stars. In this one, he comes face to face with his people. It's also a 2-parter, which is unusual but fun, and where we're introduced to Matt Smith. I'd give this a 4.5 or even a 5 if they didn't throw in the unnecessary pining over Donna. Her character is so unlikable, it just really takes me out of the story whenever she gets screen time. At number 8 is Twice Upon a Time, which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. This one aired in 2017, and for some reason, they dropped the Christmas special after this. Now they kind of do New Year's festive ones. I miss the Christmas tradition. In this one, he meets his future self and also regenerates into Jodie. I'm bummed we didn't get to see her in her own full Christmas special, but oh well. At number 7 is The Christmas Invasion, which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. Earth is being invaded by the Sycorax. Rose is struggling to figure out what to do because the Doctor is resting after his recent regeneration. Even though the Doctor is sleeping for a lot of this episode, I feel like Rose carries it well and makes an entertaining episode. Next, at number 6 is The Next Doctor, which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. One of the many Cybermen episodes. In this one, the Doctor meets someone who thinks he's the Doctor, but he's just human. They work together to fight the Cybermen. Coming in at number 5 is Voyage of the Damned, which I gave 4.5 out of 5 stars. This one's a very unique telling of the Titanic. It's heartbreaking and wonderful. I love how romantic the David Tennant version of the Doctor is. Coming in at number 4 is The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe, which I gave 5 out of 5. This one brings to life the phrase, nothing more dangerous than a mother. And as someone with mommy issues, it really tears at my heartstrings. In third place is The Return of Dr. Mysterio, which I also gave 5 out of 5 stars. Justin Chatwin joins the cast in this episode as the superhero nanny. I really enjoy the actor ever since seeing him play an asshole on The Chum Scrubber and the little gay dealer on Weeds. It's very Superman-esque with the nanny living a double life as a superhero. The Doctor isn't in the episode a whole lot, but those are some of the best episodes. Blink was my favorite episode for years, and the Doctor is in that one for less than a minute. Coming in second place is The Snowmen, which I gave 5 out of 5. Every time I go to rewatch the series, I always forget the story behind Clara and her being the impossible girl. She's definitely the best companion on the show by far. And in first place is A Christmas Carol, which I gave 5 out of 5 stars. The first Christmas special with Matt Smith, and he does beautifully. The writers and the entire team of the show are so great during his years. This episode is like A Christmas Carol, but it's done in hopes of saving the world, and there's flying fish and a kind of siren type character. It sounds insane, but it's magical, and it works really well. I will always love how dramatic the soundtrack gets for Matt Smith's time as the Doctor. It just really gets me hyped up and excited. So that's it. I'm definitely glad I decided to do this marathon this year, but I often found myself a tad lost in the storyline since there were constant jumps of full seasons and I haven't watched the full series in a while. It was fun and made me nostalgic for the whole show, but I think I'd rather rewatch everything over just the specials. I am sad that we don't get Christmas specials anymore. You already changed the Doctor and the companion so often. At least give us something concrete to hold on to. But oh well.